I knew this question is going to be there, but I didn't calculate it. But for example, IT, this is all the computer centers, 729, say about 1,000. And the administrative departments, is 194, number 194, so about 900. And IT all the academic departments, so 2,100. But we actually did an update because there were some computers arrived in January. So we did an update on February. So this number changed, but I have some information to say. Talking about something less than 1,300 or 400. Opening hours. something related to that also, as Dr. Kennedy mentioned, the computers have become outbound. If you are going to get huge norms like policy, for one computer for one use, although it is going to maximize the number of computers available for accessibility, we are losing from one end in terms of investment. Now, if you are going to get all the computers for all the users, like rather sharing the resources within the university, by maintaining the maximum level. Yeah, I mean that's a very interesting, for example, idea. For example, having a shared workstation, people optimize the resources. But now, I mean, I fully agree with that. For example,
can I comment?
Yeah.
Actually, University of Colombo actually use group users, and these days we are looking for the possibility of smart app. Think like you don't have to invest large volume. You are getting on the computer, but everything is through the server. All the functions are done by the server. So that is very hard, and then you don't have to do the computer stuff. So we are looking at because form traces, basically what they are doing is they are using word processor for input of Excel and then the email. For that, why should we provide very, very expensive computer? So the option would be to look at this thin client. We have been implemented that in 2 different labs. The management is very easy, and we can implement a lab less than 1/4 of the normal system.
yeah, for example, yeah, that's a, I mean, that's a strategy. Now,
that can be intranet to internet. Can be intranet.
but still, access, or you have access specified by you, maybe a terminal or I don't know what it is now. If you look at now, a lot of computers are having more than required hard capacity. For example, 50% of online ODGP they are useful in still it's a kind of unutilized resources.
Now, actually, if you are talking about the private ownership, my experience is, when I was in the UK university, that we had a computer, but we could have access it from anywhere with my username and the password, rather than having one computer for everybody. Like for example, again I work in a large company as well. So when we go there, we didn't have if it is in a common place, they have to take into a pen and virus problems and all. And also, you are not, IT Strategy, I don't know whether the knowledge management or like our teaching components, like as an example. Now, one of the problems we are having is, say we have PowerPoint presentations. Now we have prepared it in one place, and we have to put it into a pen drive and to take it into the classroom and all that. So if we can access it, if it is seamless that we don't feel like where it is, okay, if I can access it from anywhere, then I can easily change the classroom or I can do my work very quickly. So whether that will be also put into the IT strategy, how we can use this IT for teaching, because that is the main function of the university.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I didn't kind of go into the academic possibility of usage, but as you correctly mentioned, main idea will be in university. When I say university processes, it's about research and teaching. So how can effectively IT for this purpose? And this becomes the main way of, developing IT strategies. For example, when I say university processes, it's about processes, teaching, research. Example, my course is IT master's in business and strategic management. So I only acknowledge what I got. So I mean that's why we want to discuss and do ideas in this formation.
And my understanding is actually that what you have looked at is actually just only the IT component without really relating to the purpose of it. Because why we need IT strategy, or why we need IT actually, right? Why we need it as okay, I pointed out actually we need various things in the teaching, research, learning, various kind of e-learning. Now we talk about e-learning and all these kind of things. But we need actually to identify those things first in a plan. Right. So I will make a presentation of this kind of thing, and then later we need to identify the required IT. So this is what you are talking is without really identifying and relating the IT to the corporate plan or whatever it is. Right? So I think I will come that part when I
Maybe last one. Okay. This time share comments. I'll just like share basically from my experience at the university, one regarding the one user permission access. Currently, although I subscribe to the view that we should be able to access it from anywhere, I don't think currently, at least our university, we have such a setup. One of the observations that I have made when I was visiting a certain department's office computers was that actually there are no administrative, there are these non-academic people who are computer assistants who are, as you have probably found out, above the average user. And I observed that in one of these machines there was a keylogger. The keylogger is a program which basically can capture passwords to type. So I noticed this at the time. It was actually installed by a non-academic person that I investigated and found out, because the current computers in the department are managed, software installation departments, the staff in the department are capable of handling it. In such situations, they are certainly possible to introduce programs such as that which can capture the passwords, and that, not only that, they can actually have desktop sharing software, which means that if you are typing a paper, you can easily see that can be, if you are connected to network, you could see it from somewhere. So those are something which I find in a shared environment that there is possible risk that we can take. Also to add one more point to the maintenance issue. My experience as the coordinator, former coordinator of the ITRC is that there are computers in our labs which were bought in the year 2001. Actually 2000. Now it's 2009. We are in Windows XP. The students are using this. I don't think there's a silver bullet for that sort of situation. If you look at the secrets properly, one of the things was maintenance and the issue of a dust-free environment. So if you I think it's understood that a computer has to be, from an accounting perspective, that you drop the value and it goes off in a certain, and certain situations software has, when the latest software comes up, you have to replace your machine. But that doesn't, I don't agree that you have to just replace the machine. If you, like an air conditioner, if you have periodic maintenance done at the correct time, preventive maintenance, you can, it has its real lifetime and doesn't drop back before its scheduled life. So the machines that at our lab, and that's one example, are still functioning 80% of what were back in 2001.
Thank you very much. And I think that's also a very good point, because now there's a depending on storage. Sometimes you have very few computers broken. So now if you have that kind of thinking also to protect them physically, I think effectively we use it more than so-called shaping lifetime. So actually it's not about storage, but how to use it for a long time.